Hello and welcome to this edition of the Earl Hall Show. I'm super excited today. We have with us Melissa Banks. She's an award-winning master event planner, best-selling author, and brand strategist with over 25 years of experience. She's a Mississippi native. She's passionate about empowering women through motivational speaking and coaching, helping them push beyond their limits in entrepreneurship. As a founder of DMD Events and co-founder of the Black Women's Business Expo, Melissa brings vision and expertise to her clients. She's authored 5 books, including the Dream by Design series and Do I Really Need an Event Planner? An Amazon #1 bestseller. Known for her dream jewelry boutique and signature pearl collection, Melissa was named Best Event Planner in Mississippi in 2023 and has been featured on ABC, CBS, and Fox 40. Melissa Banks, welcome to the Earl Hall Show. That was a mouthful.
Thank you so much. Excited to be here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, well, people that watch are no stranger to you. You've been here before on the Earl Hall Show, and you've been doing so much. And how has this year been for you? The year of 2023, or 2024 rather. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we don't want to go back.
Yeah, don't want to go back to 2023. No, that's right.
2024 has been exciting and challenging, all both rolled up into one. There were some things that had to go. There were some things that didn't work. There were some amazing things that did work and some wonderful doors that have opened. I talked about earlier today, the thing is to take a look at the entire year and assess where you are, where you want to go. It's been an amazing year, though. Things I never dreamed of happened this year. Just the #1 bestseller on Amazon. That was like a dream I didn't know to dream.
All right.
It's been an exciting year.
So what has been like, especially moving towards going into 2025, what is one of the main things that you're really focusing in on that you want to accomplish in the coming year?
The main thing and the biggest adjustment, I would say, and where my vision is for 2025 is to connect more with the women that I serve, to share more of me and my story, because I believe when women share their stories, they inspire and move other women to go for their dreams as well. So I want to do more of that in 2025. So we have some things scheduled for that and just showing up. I think when you show up, things happen, but you have to show up for it to happen.
That kind of sparked even my next question with that, because you're absolutely right. You definitely have to keep going. So, what drives you to wake up each morning and pursue what it is that you do?
Well, what drives me is there was a time I didn't have a voice. I lost my voice. I didn't know what to say. I didn't think anybody wanted to hear what I had to say, so I didn't talk. But today I want to use my voice. I want people to hear my voice. I do believe that there's someone assigned to just my voice. So if I don't get up and speak up, if I don't get up and show them what working for a dream looks like, then they're not hearing my voice because that they have been assigned to me. So that gets me out of bed, just working hard toward the dream and showing others that they can do the same. And I get up every day, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of the results, I get up and do the work.
Does that, even with that, and we're very similar in that aspect, that can bring joy. That some days can bring tears. Just having to keep going and keep doing those things. Is your audience and that avatar that you're talking about, do you have a picture of that in your mind or anything like that, as far as that person, that avatar that it is that you're talking to, or have you even given it a name?
You know what? I haven't given it a name, but I know her. She's a woman with ambition. She's a woman who have gone through some stuff and came back again. She is the woman who gets up every day believing, I don't care what it looks like, she keeps moving. She is an entrepreneur with big dreams and she's working hard. She is the woman that just flat refuses to give up no matter what comes her way. That's the woman that I'm talking to. She's broken in some areas that she's had a hard journey, but she ain't giving up. She continues to look forward to her achieving her dreams. That's the woman that I serve.
Well, you talk with a lot of passion and a lot of strength for the audience that you serve and the things that you do. What do you think is your greatest strength, and how has it served you in your work?
My greatest strength is my faith and my ability to self-motivate. See, it's good to have people to look up to. It's good to have voices that you can call, and I suggest that often. But you have to first be able to motivate you. And I get up every single day, and I talk about this often. People probably tired of me talking about it, but I talk about affirmations because it's the affirmations I say to me. There's nobody in the room but me. It's the ones I say out loud to me. And that's what keeps me going. Believing in me, motivating myself, and never, ever losing faith that God, I'm here for a purpose and a destiny, and the plan is all set. My job is to get up and do the work.
You mentioned your affirmations, and I know so many of us use affirmations to get us through a moment, to get us through a day, to get us through a week, a month, a year. Would this be considered your habit or ritual that you really can't live without?
I can't. I couldn't get out of bed because if I just jump up and start moving, and nothing is going to happen because I have to remind myself. That's why so many of my books are about inspiration. And reminders. They're reminders. I have to remind myself who I am, that I have everything within me to get to where I need to be. But we have to be reminded because life hits, and sometimes life hits hard. So if you don't have those affirmations and that strong faith to keep you going, then it's going to stop you in your tracks. So it is critical for me. I don't look at my phone before I do that. I don't talk to anybody before I do that. I have my affirmations and my prayer time where I'm grateful because I believe you can always find something to be grateful for. I don't care what's going on. Yeah. And then I start fighting the battle. But if I go to war without the right tools, it is not going to happen.
Look, I may need to change that because I'm the one that wakes up, the phone is right by the bed, and I'm looking at, going through scrolling. And then, it is so funny because you're right. It can set the tone for the rest of the day. With that. And so looking at how it is that you operate, I definitely think it might be something for me to definitely look into like doing, before my feet hit the ground, just be grateful,
Absolutely.
just be grateful with that. So that's an encouraging word right there. With all the stuff that you've gone through and people that know your story, know that you've gone through a lot, with that, what do you think the best piece of advice you've ever received has been?
Oh, wow. I've received some really great advice on the journey, but the best piece of advice is believing in yourself. Just believing in me, regardless of what my journey is. My story is there, but it's not for me to stand in it. It's to stand on it, and it's to share it with others and to move them forward. And someone said to me one time, your story needs to be told. And this was said to me long before I opened my mouth to tell it. But your story needs to be told because there's somebody that you can help move through it. See, your story, everybody has a story right now. You may not share it, but you have a story. And when the time comes for you to share it and you can believe in it, you will share it and help so many people. Earl, I can walk into a store and somebody will recognize me, not necessarily for the products I offer, but for my story I share. I said, how you doing? And she told me her entire story. And I stood there and shared with her at that moment. See, that's something that your story gets. Your story will reach people that your products and services will come after. But your story is going to encourage and motivate somebody. And somebody said to me, one day you're going to tell your story. And every single thing you're going through is going to help somebody. You just don't quit before you get there.
Absolutely. I'm here talking with master event planner and best-selling author, Melissa Banks. We're going to take a short break. We're going to be right back. In today's fast-paced world, success often feels like a numbers game. Bank accounts, titles, prestige. Well, what if true success went deeper than that? I'm Earl Hall, author of Mind Your Business, a new book that invites you to look beyond just profiles and into what really drives you as an entrepreneur. Mind Your Business isn't just about making money. It's about understanding your purpose, overcoming self-doubt, and cultivating a mindset that's resilient and grounded. I've built this book on hard-earned insights, stories from my journey, and lessons from other entrepreneurs like you. This book will help you shift your perspective, ignite your passion, and align your business with what truly matters. So, if you're ready to redefine success, Mind Your Business is available. Let's take this journey together. Grab your copy and start building a business and a life that reflects your true self. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Earl Hall Show. I'm here with master event planner and best-selling author, Melissa Banks. Melissa, before we went to break, you were talking about your story. And it's one of the things, especially being an entrepreneur, that a lot of times I think we're afraid to share the authenticity of the story that is ours because of maybe some sort of embarrassment. We don't think people may want to hear that. What have you found has been the result of sharing the deepest and darkest sides of that story that is Melissa Banks?
The first time I shared my story, Earl, was in 2020 at the Black Women's Business Expo. On the stage of a room about 350 women. Did I plan to share my story that day? I did not. I had a scripted presentation that I was supposed to give. But that morning when I woke up, I knew that was not what I was supposed to go to that stage and say. So when I went on that stage and spoke directly to those women and talked about some of the challenges and successes in my entrepreneurial journey, but I connected with those women. And that's what your story does. It's someone in that audience has gone through the same thing, but when they went through it, they were thinking of quitting. Maybe they were thinking of, I'm not even starting. That's when I realized sharing your story is not for you. It's not to heal you. It's for the person who will hear your story. And when I talked about that day for the first time in public, just bits of my story at that point, women walked up to me, and that was the first time they had heard it. One woman walked up to me and said it encouraged her. I didn't see her for another year later, but she told me that moment encouraged her to start her business that she had been sitting down on because of her journey. So sharing your journey is definitely going to connect you to someone who's supposed to hear it from you, not from anybody else. And that's when I began to open up and share my story more.
And we're learning so much, and I say we, I'm talking about you, me, people that we know are learning so much more about that story and even how to share it, when to share it, why to share it. Because you're absolutely right. It is the thing. All of us are entrepreneurs, we're business owners, podcast hosts, all that other kind of stuff. But people want to know who it is that we are. And sometimes that little connection makes a difference in them commenting or sharing or even becoming a client themselves, right? Looking at the things that you've gone through, if you could go back, right? And oh my gosh, I wish we could literally do this. But if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Always believe that I am enough. See, what happens to us is what happened to me, let me speak personally. When I started this journey of entrepreneurship, I was stuck in my story. So I didn't feel like I deserved to be in certain situations. I didn't deserve to get certain products. I didn't deserve to be on certain platforms because of my story. But what on this journey has taught me is that my story is the first connector. Once someone connects to you, it's connecting to you, then they connect to their product, to the product that you have. And that I'm here for a reason. I'm here on this platform 25 years later from that very first time because there's something I have to offer the world, which I didn't believe that. Now I do believe that I have something. I do believe that someone's supposed to hear what I have to say and that I do have something to offer the world. And it took a long time, and a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of crying,
Sure.
and a lot of celebrations to get to where I am now, just believing that I'm supposed to be here.
And I think you're right. That belief, it starts with self. What do you have that ability to do? And kind of like, people are always talking about, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to do in this life? And quite honestly, I think a lot of times people waste a lot of time trying to discover what's right in front of us.
Mm.
The thing that's right there. I mean, for you, with all that you've experienced and gone through, what do you hope to be remembered for at the end of your career?
My passion for supporting and giving back to women. My passion for helping women see that they are worthy. Even that woman who, like myself, went through years of domestic violence that ripped away all of my self-esteem that I couldn't even say hello, Earl, if I saw you in public. Well, even that woman will remember me because I inspired her to go one more day, one more moment, and believing in herself. That's what I want to be known for.
That's amazing. Once again, I'm with Master Event Planner, best-selling author Melissa Banks. Melissa, how can folks stay in touch with you? How do you want them to reach out to you?
Okay, we make it really easy. If they just simply go to themelissabanks.com, they can listen to some of the amazing stories we have on there from our podcast of women sharing their successes and their challenges that they had to face. They can connect. All of our social media connections are right there, Facebook, Instagram. You can shop with us if you want to go there, book us for speaking engagements. Everything is in one place, and that's themelissabanks.com.
Well, Melissa, I want to thank you for being a featured guest here on the Earl Hall Show. Once again, I've enjoyed having you, and thank you so much for your time. This has really been my honor.
Thank you so much. It was definitely my pleasure to be here. I'm excited to be here. You look great, and this was a great conversation. I'm inspired.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.